just get the plane tool up, that's fine. And we're going to change it to this, and we're just going to do one cut. And we're going to make the cut right here. Oh, I have these selected, so deselect, get my cut tool. There we go. Alright. So, to kind of clean up the geometry a little bit, we're going to collapse a couple of these loops. We're going to go ahead and do that now. So I'm going to select the edges. Actually, let's do that. Actually, let's select this. Let's make this this groove. We're going to do this groove right here. All right. So we have this groove right here. Actually, we need to go ahead and that's the top part of the groove. We need to make another loop. The knife tool. Go back to loop right here. So I just want to make sure that the loop is the same size, so it's not a whole lot. Right there. Okay. And now we have to figure out where the top of this loop is. Way up here. Right here, and then right there. Alright. So I know it looks like I'm making a bunch of cuts and whatnot for this geometry. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to select these faces. Alrighty. These faces right here, and then I'm going to have to select all these ones right here. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make an insert into this. So to do that, I'm going to do an extrude, and I'm going to extrude it inside. So we're going to bring it in. Bring it in quite a bit, so that way we have a nice little spacing with that. All right. That'll work. And then while we're at it, we'll go ahead and make this happen as well. Okay, so there we go, just like these three. And we're going to bring these in a little bit. Bam. So we kind of have those little lips to it. At this point in time, if we wanted to, we could actually get rid of these interfaces right here, delete them. Looks like there's two of them. And then I'll get rid of these ones right here as well. So now we have that look right there, and what we can do if we go inside here, we can start cleaning up geometry. And it looks like what we can do is take these verts, these two verts right here, and we're going to weld them. All right. And so I'm Just keep doing that weld. Back there. So I'm hitting MQ for a MQ for the weld tool. So I don't have to keep pulling that up, open. And MQ again. So now it is a solid object. Okay. We can probably get away with deleting these edge loops up here and down. So let me just double check. Yeah, we can totally get away with that. So now we're going to work on cleaning up this geometry because of this particular cut. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get our edges. We're going to double click this top part right here. And since I don't need this, I'm going to go ahead and dissolve. Same thing for this one. Dissolve. And then what we're going to do is we're going to collapse this line right here by going to actually just go ahead and stitch and sew these up so that they will create these shapes right here. We can actually do it on this side too. So now we have all of these points just kind of coming down, and if we want to make it look a little bit nicer, we can actually there we go. You know, like I said, we can always bring these up together. Oops. But we will leave these in here just for now. Okay, so we have these, and then we're just going to do this real fast. Bring these all down. Oops. Alrighty. Just like that top layer. Oh. Actually, we're gonna redo the welding that we did over here just to make things a little bit easier on us. I'm gonna bring this up to the top. Oop. Alright. I'm gonna try to bring these lines all with welding and or not welding, but the stitch and sew all the way back to the top. So that way, oops. There we go. There we go. So that way they're all right there. Okay, come on. Alright, if they don't want to work, just go and do weld, and we'll just weld all of these together. Start at the top, weld, and just click right there. There we go. That worked a lot faster. So we're going to do the same thing for all of these other ones. We're just going to bring all these lines up to the top. So we'll just select all of these. Get the weld tool. Click on the top. There we go. Now you may be like, oh, why is this so important? Well, I mean, we're just cleaning up the geometry so that way it is going to work for us for other things. So we kind of made those cuts so that we could just have those little ripples right there, and then we don't really need that geometry anymore. So we're just going to clean it up just so that if we need to do anything else in these areas, we don't have to deal with all this extra geometry, and it also makes it look a lot nicer. Go ahead, click that. Alright. If you have issues with your arrows getting in the way, sometimes the easiest thing to do is to select in a certain order. So for this one, I'm selecting from the top and I'm going down, so that way my arrow is not getting in the way. What the arrow does is that, as you see, as it moves it, it's going to go and select like it's going to be in like the middle of all of those things selected, which is nice because if you ever select something and then you notice that your arrows are like not on top of your geometry, that at that point in time you might have something weird selected. Alright, I'm going to get this last one. And then we're going to weld, sorry. There we go, so we have some nice clean lines right there. I could probably do that with this top part as well, but I'd have to look on the back. I think I might be able to use this geometry. Might have to move it over a little bit, but that's not going to be too big of a hassle. Alright, so I have that. Now we're going to see what else we can do. So I'll just open my Photoshop one real fast. Okay, so we have a cut right here that we can do as well. So I believe that's right about here. So to make like this faceplate area that we can actually go ahead and then work out some more extrudes and stuff like that, we're going to go ahead and make a cut with a knife. Get a loop, see if I can get it in here right here. Okay, take that cut right there, and then we're going to select this face right here. We're going to get our extrude, and I'm going to bring it down all the way right there. And so I have a little extrude right there, and then all I have to do, since these extrudes are going to be together, just select these faces. I'm going to delete them both. Alright. And then, sorry, I made it. There we go. Spin around so I can kind of see what's going on. Now, what I can do now is I can take these verts and I'm going to weld them. I'm going to weld them to this point right here. So the important thing to weld is that I'm actually making sure that they're a solid object.